Now, I don't think our sunrise this morning is going to be particularly spectacular. It's going to be very plain, but we probably are going to see it. Now, what I did see at approximately 3 minutes after 8, I took note of the time because I thought I might want to roll back to that. Something in the sunrise screen that I did not notice ever before. I'll show it to you. Yeah, we've got a bunch of people leaving town. At least it looks like they're leaving town. They're headed north, and I'm on the north side of the city, so that must mean they're leaving town. Wonder what's happening. Oh, anyway. Now, speaking of rollbacks, the rollback has to do mainly with sewing. So if you're not at all interested in sewing, just simply scroll ahead to the time I'm going to put at the bottom of your screen. Yeah, in the meantime, let's roll back and find out what this is all about. And then we'll get to the model. Okay, little by little, we're getting ourselves organized here. I should think I should be able to pick it up like that and not have it break off, as long as I don't put any stress on it. A little while ago I got an email from the camera dealer here in Winnipeg, and the place where I bought this camera right here. And he wanted to let me know that the Nikon Z9 was going to be coming out, and that my name was at the top of the list. I told him that I was going to wait until it came out and hear what people had to say about the production model, not the one that they've been sort of, I don't know what you'd call it. It's the one that they give out to a select few people to try out, to review. And it could be that the one that's going to actually be for sale, it might be better, it might be worse. And not only that, I'm hoping that they're going to have like a package deal, because so many people that are, Nikon buffs like I am right now, they're going to be hoping for the adapter so that their F-mount lenses can be used on this new camera body. Because right now I've got 7 lenses, all F-mount, and they won't fit on this new camera unless I put an adapter in between. Now, somebody did try the adapter on one of the demonstrator cameras, and it worked really, really well with ordinary F-mount lenses. So that's sort of good news. But I just want to wait and see what people are actually, actual users like myself are actually saying before I... Anyway, why am I talking about that? Let's get this cleaned up here. Okay, so here's the plan. And the plan is, oh my, this is actually a lot longer than I thought it was. The plan is that I had wanted to have it fastened underneath the table, and somehow then there would be, would come up like with a little fastener that would go around my neck, and it would this is the first time I'm trying this, so it really is. Before it was just a theory, and I can see now that I'm going to have a problem with it wanting to knock the stuff off of my shelf here. Maybe what I'm going to have to do is shorten this. It would be nice if it could could go over, cover this area. So something sort of pinged in that direction over my right shoulder. It might get caught. Maybe there's two things wrong with this. I think I'm going to have to shorten this. I didn't realize it was as long as it was. It's kind of stretchy. I think it's going to make a really comfy t-shirt when I ever get around to it. Anyway, just let me think about this for a minute here. Okay, I've decided I'm going to shorten it a little bit here. That means we're going to have to redo the edge, but that's not going to be a problem. Oh, that's interesting. I was wondering how that was going to work. You can see right here where the join was. If you cut across that, it leaves a little thread there. Okay, well, like I said, I was wondering if that was going to happen, and it did. Okay, I'll just have to not cut there unless I have to. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but this material is a little bit, you might say, more coarse on one side than it is on the other side. So what I want to do is take advantage of the coarse side, because I'm thinking that if a very small piece was to land on the coarse side, it's going to stick in place. Whereas the smoother side, now the difference is negligible, okay, but there is a difference, and then it would have less of a chance of sliding down. It would stay where it landed, in other words. So I'm going to want to try and keep that in mind for when I glue the, now remember it's the loops that we want to sew on, not the hooks. So I've cut lengths here approximately 1.5 inches long of each, and the idea is we'll have one in the middle, one on each end, and one halfway in between, more or less. I just sort of eyeballed it. Now we'll get our patches sewn in place, and then afterwards we'll find out where underneath here and how we're going to fasten it to the bottom of the table. I've kind of got an idea, but I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. So what I'm going to do is I'll do one on camera here. I'll just sew it in place, maybe this corner piece right here, and yeah. Okay, now I was talking about the coarse side and the smooth side. I don't want to sew it on the wrong side. Now it wouldn't be the end of the world or anything, but I think that it should go on this one right here, because I'm just sort of envisioning this being fastened up to the bottom of the table, and then the way it will come out and then go up over my lap, if you know what I mean. So we're going to want to sew it right there. I've got the light adjusted so that you can see, the difference in the smooth side and the... I think that what I will do is when I make my t-shirt, I will have the smooth side out because it looks the nicest, and this actually feels nice and soft. So mind you, so does this. Okay, so this is our rough side, and where's our mark? Got it the wrong way around here. Oh, okay. There's a mark. There's a mark. Just let me reorganize here. Alright, so we're going to want it there. Let's go this way. Alright, so we're going to sew a patch right here. We're going to sew a patch right there. Okay, I think I got it right. This is not a tutorial on how to sew. And I can quite well imagine that if Trevor, if your wife is watching, you mentioned that your wife might be watching this. Well, she's probably right now saying, boy, does that Canadian ever need sewing lessons. And then it's true. Okay, but I like to learn things, I like to do things myself, you know. And besides, I don't want to be the only guy in the sewing class. Okay, now what would be the best way to, I would think, if I go this way, I got to turn it a quarter turn, then go that way, turn it a quarter turn, go that way. Maybe what I'll do is I'm going to start this way, and that way I can sort of pull it through, because it's not going to want to it's not going to want to climb over the... Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm going to use a zigzag stitch. And the idea is that the zig will be on the patch and the zag will be on the cloth, and it'll just sort of overlap it. At least that's the plan. Okay, so I'll move you in here. We'll reposition. Let me just drop the foot here. Okay, I think I'm lined up here finally. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of tension on this to just help get it started, and hopefully I've got everything set right. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to turn it by hand, put the needle down, I'm going to raise the foot, and we are going to turn everything a quarter turn. We're going to drop the foot. Now if we go the other way, I want to be careful I don't get my knuckles under that thing. This is a bad design. This thing should not be well, you can't see it, but there's a bolt sticking out here. It'd be easy to get your knuckles under that. Okay, here we go. See what's going to happen here. Maybe one more. Okay, raise the foot. Go a quarter turn. I might have been just a little bit too far to the left there. I wonder if I should back it up. Maybe I should back it up. Okay. And here we go. You know, I think I should have gone one more stitch. One more stitch. I'll just do it manually here by hand. I think you can understand why it is I'm leaving the needle in. It makes sense to me anyway. I don't know if you're not supposed to do that or not. Well, we'll put the macro lens on and take a close look. Well, maybe we don't need to. We'll just reposition. Okay, I think I could, when I do the next one, I think I'm going to have the stitches a little closer together. Okay, so let's put our hook patch on it and see if I can put it on and take it off without ripping out the stitches. Okay, make sure it's on nice and hard. Oh yeah, that's going to work just fine. But like I say, I'm going to have the stitches a little closer together. Now you can, let me just try and turn this up towards the light. But you can see how the zig goes over the patch and the zag goes over the green cloth. I don't know if that's what you call it, but Trevor's wife is probably laughing like crazy. Okay. So what do we got here? 28 minutes after 8, and I finally got the others sewed on. It went pretty good. I did get the stitches closer together, like more stitches per millimeter, and I also made the zigzag slightly narrower. That's about the only change I made. And I did reinforce that first one. Now I think what we should do is test them. I haven't tested them yet. So let's put this on really good. The thing is, we don't want it to rip off the patch, right? And the last one. Yeah. Nice and strong. Ron, you did good. Okay, now back to the model ship. See you in the morning.
Well, it is morning, and we have had our sunrise, and I thought I'd better show it to you in case I forget again. It wasn't spectacular, but it was nice. Better than rain, or worse, snow, and at this time of year here in Winnipeg, we could have had a lot of it.
Okay, we have been down this road 3 or 4 times before since we flipped over to step 70. And in other words, it wants us to make 3 of main gun 4, 1 of main gun 3, and 1 of main gun 2. That's 5 guns. Okay, so obviously there's a mistake somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of forget about that, and I want to make sure that I grab a turret that we have fastened the ladder to the back of, because that's what makes sense, that there's going to have to be a ladder to get up to whatever it is that's on the top, whether it happens to be a UP gun or whatever this platform was for. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these and see if we can get our bracket that we just made up, or brackets, mounted in place here. I think it should work out. Yeah, it shows that it's one that has the corners that are not beveled, so hopefully it's going to work out. I haven't tried it yet. You're going to be seeing it along with me for the first time. Now, it could have been that it would have been better to have put this on first before we put this on, but it's too late now. And I want to hold this in such a way that I'm not going to accidentally be breaking something. Let me get this out of the way here. Okay, so now this has to go. Ooh. Okay. It's got to go in like this. How can I hold on to this thing here? Okay, if I hold it like that, I got to get myself a pair of those self-locking tweezers. Okay, so this has to go in. I wonder if I should have this upside down so I can see what's going on here. You know, I'm wondering if maybe I should be letting gravity be our friend here and have this on its edge like this and then just sort of drop it in place. I'm thinking that might actually work. Well, let's try that. I'm trying to do this on camera. I'll go very, very carefully here. Now, turn this like this. Is it supposed to go? No. Those brackets are supposed to go up to the edge of the turret like that. And then, yeah, I think it's supposed to go just like that. Alright, is there a way that we can have it so that it's just going to want to stay there all by itself? Now that's obviously not right because this edge should not be resting against the top of that. It's what would happen if I angle it just a little bit more. Okay, I believe that is just right. Okay, so I have this at about almost a 45-degree angle. Then this is going to want to, yeah, let me just fasten this turret in the helping hand somehow. And we'll hold it at about 45 degrees here. And I think you might be able to see that it looks, you know, the top of this platform should be level with the top of the gun sight. So this has to come down just a little bit, something like that. I I think that's just about right here. Oh, okay, you get the idea. Okay, here we go again. All right, now we want to turn this over. Now, how have I got that? Maybe just readjust here. All right. Okay, that appears to be correct to me. I think what I'm going to do is use the Revell Contra to glue the plastic, those little plastic protrusions that are coming out from the bottom of the platform. These things right here. To the top of, let's see now, this is, now you'll notice there's a bit of a jog here in the, right there's a little bit of a jog in the you might call it the roof or the top of the turret. Is that somehow supposed to, let me look at this again here. I'm just trying to get my angle down. Oh yeah, I can see. Yeah, you can see it when you look at it. That what'll I get something to touch with? Okay, you can see that this one right here. This one right here is a little bit shallower, you might say, than this one right here. Okay, so that's what's supposed to happen then. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, that's going to fit good. Okay, let's get our Revell.
A few minutes ago I thought, I'm going to take a bit of a break from the model table here and go and see if we need to change the seeds in the bird feeder. Yeah, I haven't given up on that bird feeder yet. Now my plan is to wait until more of these seeds are gone. I would think that at the rate they're going down, probably, I'm guessing maybe 2-3 days.
Now I just want to do a bit of a dry run here. And there's two ways I can do this. I can either apply the glue to the little brackets that are underneath right there, and then put this down, or maybe put a little bit on the roof of the turret. No, that's not a good idea. I think, can I drop that in place now in the right spot, or is it going to fall over? No, I should be able to get it. And then we can poke it down after. Okay, let's, here we go. All right. Now, Don't let it fall. Don't let it fall. Just want to get it down here just a little bit. Maybe if I was to use my finger. Now you can see, let's see, does that look right? Let me check the monitor. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, you can see where the brackets are not up against, yeah, the brackets are not up against the side of the turret the way I'd like them here. There, that's a little better. That's a little better. Okay, now I think that once that melds in place, okay, let's quit poking at it before I wreck something. I think that's pretty good. Okay, now can we use the same idea to place this one? And it is going to want to go, let's see, whoops. Ooh, well, at least it didn't break anything. Get a better hold on it. Okay, so it has to go no, that doesn't look right. Why is that not? That doesn't look right. What's wrong here? Something's wrong here. Did I maybe glue the brackets on backwards? Look at the, no, I wonder if I've glued the brackets on backwards. Is that, it just isn't lining up right. It kind of is, but this one here, maybe this one is, you know what? I'm going to have to take another look at this. Okay, I can see here now where this part that I'm touching right now, when you flip it over, is supposed to fit right there. Okay? But if we put it like that, see if I can turn it over without dropping it. Okay, now if we yeah, I got that right. But when we put it in there like that, the way it's supposed to go, and if we get it so that these brackets are up against the side of the turret and everything is sort of, you might say, you know, meshing up like that, that's the way it fits really, really well, except it's not square. Was it maybe crooked? Maybe it was crooked. Well, let's just glue it in place like that. Has this plugged up on me now? I think my little tube is plugged up on me. Yeah, it's not coming out. Okay, I gotta clear that. Well, what happened? Oh. Well, sorry if I'm getting my fingers in your way there. Now I can see where I probably would have done better to have glued the brackets in place afterwards, and I could get them to fit up against the side of the turret. Okay, you know, I'm going to well, maybe we have time to give this just a quick look at here. I'll put it on the turntable and turn it around. And then we're going to have to call it a day, folks. Well, somehow this smaller one just does not look right to me, but I can't see any other way it's supposed to go. In order for the, you know, the parts to fit together right. Maybe it was sort of angled. Anyway. Don't forget about the time change tomorrow. Tomorrow night's episode will be 1 hour later because I'll be setting my clocks back. So, yeah, I think that's the way it works out. Anyway, if you don't change your time, well, it's the way it goes, I guess. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.